still like you. I still want to be...
Don't you dare say friend. I am not your fucking friend.
Olivia, please.
What, am I overreacting again?
I still care about you, okay? I still... I can't give you what you want.
I don't understand. I mean, you were happy. We were happy.
Did you ever stop and think that maybe I wasn't?
I gave you an out months ago. If you weren't happy, maybe you should have left then, but no, that's...
Brilliant performances. I felt very authentic. I thought the tennis match between both of them was so filled with history and backstory and very real feelings. Clearly, the chemistry was there, which was inherent to this piece's believability and to sharing, to really making that script come to life. And those two were perfect and deeply believable. The jumping of the timeline was a really interesting narrative device. I loved that because we got the roller coaster of the relationship, and it almost was like a forensic look at how we got there and putting the pieces together, the fragments of it, the passion or the grief of the previous scene just permeating into the next one and forming the next. That was excellent writing, the kind of the cat and mouse game, the missed communication moments, the wins and the losses. And yeah, it just really all worked because they were so connected.
So we start in a place of conflict with this couple. And then the story shifts to flashbacks of the time when they met. And throughout the whole structure of this story, it jumps back and forth in time from pleasant moments in the relationship to more tumultuous ones. And it really gives us this full rounded idea of what this couple is going through and who they are and what they meant to each other. The piece has some beautifully quiet moments. And in a lot of those moments, we really are able to establish the connection with these two. And it's really great banter throughout in the dialogue throughout this whole entire piece.
Pretty much showcases the rise and fall of two people in love. We get introduced to their story right at their end, right at their demise. And then we're met with pretty much a flashback to the beginning of their relationship. And so we kind of see how it dies and how it begins and everything sort of in between of what leads us to these moments. So we're sort of given these little stories, these little bits of information that add on to their relationship as it goes on. And all these things that we were is, this concept of like, we have lived a whole beginning, middle, and end within the relationship. And this is something that happens all the time. Everybody has been in love at some point or has had a relationship with love in some shape or form. So I find that this piece, this drama is really relatable because we can understand the building intricacies of a relationship and really feel for them in this moment where they realize that it's over. And there's a lot of buildup. There's a lot being said here. There's talking about gaslighting and the way that people feel and the way that they feel like they're being treated. So you sort of see all of these strong actions these strong words taking place at the beginning of the film. And then you're like, okay, well, how did we get here? Why are they acting the way that they are now? And so as time goes on, within this piece, we find these little moments that add on and build so that we can develop a full understanding of how we got to our beginning, which was their end.
They did the cliched opening of where it starts with a fight, but it does go back and show you what led to this moment. It's a classic filmmaking technique and a storytelling technique. But for this film, it worked because you needed the background. You knew that these two were toxic from the first relationship, and really it seems like it's just their dynamic. You go back and forth, back and forth. And then they use the techniques like my narrative and gaslighting and all that, but really they kind of gaslight each other.
It was cool to start with this breakup happening, and then we kind of backtracked to see the sort of beginning of their relationship and some of the moments throughout and what led them to this breakup. I thought for the most part, the acting was good and the the concept was good. I just think there was some elements missing for me to really care. So, like to have the heart and to know who I was fighting for. But I thought each person had their character pretty much grounded.
What set it apart for me was the brilliant storytelling. I loved the structure as we were moved around to various time frames of a relationship's end, beginning, and times throughout. Excellent character revelations. We really do get to find out what makes these characters tick, their fears and strengths. I love the banter between the characters, both playful and angry, and the two main performers are awesome, so believable. I thought the locations were all so fitting, and I loved the tonal shifts in lighting in accordance with the moods of the various scenes.